How's it going, everybody? Doing a gum chewing what I've been playing video here today. I got 4 physical games and one I just started playing on Game Pass. Put about 4 hours in. I'll start with that one. It's Rage 2. It's one I've looked at in the past. It's been on Game Pass for a while. You know, when I've been subscribed to it prior. And I finally just downloaded it the other day and started playing it. Put about, like I said, about 4, maybe 5 hours in. It was funny. I was feeling nauseous yesterday. And I started playing it and I started getting more nauseous because there's like colors in this game. It's a really nice looking game. It's Desert Wasteland. I played a little bit of the first one, so I don't know how connected it is to the first one, if it is at all. It's a Desert Wasteland. You're fighting somebody Cross. I forget, General Cross or something. It's like a robot. He killed somebody close to you in the beginning, Crowley. You can pick between using a male or a female. Both characters are in the game regardless. Whoever you choose, the other person, I guess, will still talk to you and stuff. Help you out or whatever. It's like your base or whatever gets attacked, and then now you're going out in the wasteland. You're a ranger now. You picked up this ranger guy's uniform who got killed. You have to find these 3 people. I found the first guy, and I got like 2 missions for him, I guess, and like level up, I guess, whatever their levels are, because it's like Project Dagger, I think the thing is you're trying to figure out, take out the bad guy. But it's a pretty nice game world. Like I said, it's like a desert wasteland. Busted up highways I've seen. You gotta find these arc things. You can use this thing on your hand that like upgrades your abilities and stuff. You can open up arc chests with it too. You can upgrade this kind of stuff as well. You can upgrade your weapons. You find all types of materials and stuff in the environment. And you get upgrade your weapons. You have like this like boomerang type thing you can throw. I forget what they call it. There's grenades. You got like, I have a dash right now. I have a shatter move I just got from this one arc. I can double jump now too as well. I think I found 5 of them. There's other random stuff I did. I destroyed like a sentry robot. What do they call the bad guys? I forget what they call them, but I found one of their things. I took out some bandit areas as well. You can trade and stuff. You got vehicles. I had my vehicle I got in the beginning, and you can take other vehicles as well. That you can, with the vehicle I'm using, you use your arm thing, your whatever they called, focus, and you can heal the vehicle, fix it that way. There's mobile traders too that go around in jeeps and stuff. I forget what the stuff is. The material is nitrate or I forget what it's called. You can also focus and do overdrive. When you kill a certain amount of people, it goes up, and then you do overdrive, and you heal up, and you're more powerful. You heal while you're in that mode as well. I'm actually enjoying it a decent amount so far. It does have performance issues, at least. I don't know how it plays on the PS4, but the Game Pass downloadable version on the Xbox One has chugged in a few spots for sure. Like the slowdown was pretty bad in a few points. It didn't happen too much. And whenever I go into the menu, there's like a serious like stutter at first when you try to go to like the next thing. It's like vehicles, projects, weapons, inventory, log, whatever. It will like stutter and slow before going to them, which is a little annoying. But it looks pretty good. The weapons are cool. The combat's pretty satisfying. I got a shotgun now as well. I found that during the mission, during the one, I think the guy's name was Marshall. I found first at his mission to get his help, and then you gotta like level up these people by doing certain things. Like I said, there's bandit camps, and you gotta like complete them by finding all the arc chests or like supply crates, and taking out all the goons, as they call them. I got their hockey goons. But it's pretty cool. I've been enjoying it so far. Pretty good gameplay. Like I said, it looks pretty good. Besides the kind of performance issues, it's fine. Voice voice acting's decent. It kind of, I don't know how much the first one was like this. And I want to say, actually, I don't know if Rage was out before the first Borderlands. I'm not sure. But this one tries to have that kind of, I don't know if they did that full. Like I said, I didn't play much of the first Rage. So I can't remember if it was like that Borderlands kind of over the top, in your face, kind of just humor. Some of it's funny, some of it's not. Borderlands has that kind of like psychotic, feel to it. I feel like this game's trying to kind of do that. Your guy doesn't do anything really stupid, but some of the bandits and stuff, and you find like data pads, and some of the people are like going nuts in the data pads. It's pretty cool though, for sure. I'm excited to play more of it. And every time you go to a place, it tells you like the level of difficulty it is. I haven't done anything past difficulty 3 yet. There's a few 5 things floating around. Because you find things on the map, little question marks, and you go there and like there's bandit hideouts or whatever, ARC locations, or the century things and stuff like that. But a pretty cool game for sure. Next one is what I did in the pickups. Silent Hill 4 The Room. I haven't played a ton of this, admittedly. I've already beaten this game when it came out in 04, right? It was 04, wasn't it? Yes. But I put over an hour into it. I need to get back into it. I'm in the subway world, which is the first one. But as you can see here, you're locked in your room. When you're in the room, it's in first person, which is kind of cool. Your door is completely locked by, it's Walter Sullivan that locks you in there. He plays a part, obviously. That's a big part of the thing. This game has this cool story. I know originally it was being developed by the same team, Team Silent, but I think it was supposed to be something else, and they just made it into Silent Hill. But it's got disturbing enemies. The music's great. Graphically, it still kind of holds up. The room itself, when you're in your apartment, it still looks decent. Then a giant hole opens up in a bathroom, and you go into it, and that's when you go to the other worlds. I met the one girl in the subway world. I can't remember her name. But like, she's like, you're in my dream and all this stuff. So it's it's a good story as how the room plays into it and stuff, and how the guy doesn't want you to leave it. Like I said, I need to get more into it though, because it is a classic. At least I think so. Combat's still kind of weak. I only had to fight these dogs here in the back. That's the subway world. That's the first encounter with enemies you get. I think I did 2x4 or something. I forget what it was. But it's classic Silent Hill action. Henry Townsend's who you use. That's cool about the Silent Hills. That the people you use are just regular people. They're not, Stars members or from Resident Evil. They're not. That's what's kind of cool about Resident Evil 7. Although your guy just immediately can kick ass pretty much, except in the beginning you do get the shit kicked out of you a good amount. And Resident Evil 7 is extremely creepy, but someone I saw this somewhere. Usually in a lot of survival horror games, you start weak and get stronger. In Silent Hill games, you start weak and you stay weak. You'll kill enemies and stuff, but you're not a badass. You never become a badass. You never become like overpowered and incredible. That's what sets these games apart. Same thing as like a Fatal Frame as well. Your camera's the weapon, so it's a little different, but you're just, the first one you're a girl, the second one I don't know if she's a teenager in the first Fatal Frame. The one I'm playing 3, you're like a journalist or whatever you do, I forget, but you're just regular people, it's not the overpowered, like, even like Dead Space. Ethan, is that his name? Isaac? No, his name's Isaac. Ethan's Resident Evil 7. But anyway, I don't need to go on that tangent, but yes, Silent Hill 4. Next one is for the Switch, Sonic Mania. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. You can use either Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles solo, or you can use 2 people. Right now, I just have Sonic and Tails like the other games, lift you up. Occasionally, this game moves fast as hell, which is nice. It's real nice. This is a complete feel of the original, and some of the levels are the same, but there are new levels as well. The people who made this did a really good job. I know Sega published it, but what is this back here? Oh, I want to say it says Christian Whitehead. There's a couple other things too. Hyperkinetic, Tantalus. There's two other things. I can't really see what they say. But the people who made this game clearly have a love for the old Sonics, the 2D ones, Genesis ones and stuff. But there's a lot of crazy stuff you do. It moves fast. It is difficult. This game's pissed me off in parts, but I got past the one part that was pissing me off. It was the third zone, the something battery zone. There's different paths you can go and stuff too, and if you get enough like momentum or if you get a special power up, you end up in a different area and stuff. You know, there's hidden things all over the place. You do the 3D levels as well as special levels where you gotta collect things and stuff. There's little boss fights after every like usually it was like zone 1, 2, and then the third level of a zone you would fight Robotnik or Eggman. I always remember him as Robotnik. This one at the end of each level, you'll fight someone in each zone. So if there's 2 levels in a zone or whatever, you're gonna fight people each time. The first one's usually easier. The boss fights are pretty cool. And it moves quick, man. There's points where you're just like, you know, classic Sonic action, and it's really fun. It has a good look to it too. You know, it looks like the old 2D ones, the old Genesis ones, but it does look better than that. But it's fun. There's a competition mode. You can play with people where you're collecting rings. You can play 2-player. I guess you can do that online as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's vibrant new stages and classic zones. So you have some familiar stuff and then some new stuff. It's really good. I would recommend this. I know this came out a few years ago. When does it say here when it came out? Maybe 2017 or something. But it's cool. I've been enjoying the hell out of it. For sure. Definitely pick this up. You're into it. I got it for $20 at Best Buy. I think that's how much it sells for, at least. This Sonic Mania Plus as well. This has a little download thing in there that I didn't use, so maybe that's the plus part. But yeah, definitely really cool. And the last 2 are for the Super Famicom. I've been busting those games out again and playing the hell out of them. First one's Area 88 in Japan, UN Squadron here. Like I said, the reason I'm picking up these games, or had picked them up, I want to pick up more, is because a lot of these games, this was, how much should I pay for this? Maybe like $20. It was like $15 to $20 cheaper for this version than the North American version. But it's the same game, and you don't need to be able to read, you know, kanji or Japanese or anything to play it, because all the menus and stuff with the money are in English, and when you actually are in the game, all the, you know, the stuff, your health and everything's in English. This game's awesome. This is probably my favorite shoot 'em up game, side-scrolling shooter. It's awesome. The soundtrack's still awesome. It's so good. The gameplay's fun. It is hard as fuck, like most of the shoot 'em ups are. But I've had a lot of fun with it again. I never actually beat this game. I used to borrow it from my friend all the time when I was younger. And they would borrow Super Punch-Out, but it's just super fun. You can choose between 3 dudes. I think it's like Mickey Skyman's one of them. I don't know. There's 3 guys. It's just fun. It's really, it looks good still. The 16-bit and 8-bit games still hold up fairly well graphically. I always got to, I think it was like the second to last level. I was in the caves. It was so freaking hard, man. But it's fun. This is the kind of game, just pop in, play the hell out of it, and whatever. Play for like a half hour, 45 minutes. Getting the shit kicked out of you, and you throw it back in whenever. But it's fun. The label is coming off a little bit here, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. It's got some. Actually, this one only has a little discoloration. The other one has more. The old Super Famicom cassette if you're into shooters, like shoot 'em ups, where you're a ship or whatever, and you've never played this, pick it up. It's not overly expensive regardless of where you get it, but it's not like $150 or anything, but definitely pick it up. And the cool thing is the Retron 3 I have plays the Super Famicom games. And the last one is another Super Famicom game. It's Tecmo Super Bowl 2 Special Edition. Same thing, this one in the US, they didn't make many of this one for some reason. The third one they did. The first one that was on the Super Nintendo they did. And there was also Tecmo Bowl and Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES, then Tecmo Super Bowl again. But it's like $18 or $20 or something. It's like $80 or some shit. But here, unfortunately, the battery is dead in this. They let you know that in the descriptions and stuff. I hadn't played it really much when I first picked it up, but then when I started playing it again, like last week or whenever the hell it was, I was the Oilers and I played 5 games, and I just turned it off or whatever, and I hadn't saved, and I kept trying, but it just wasn't saving, so it sucks. But if I really wanted to play through a season, I could just leave the system on, or whatever. It's not a big deal. It's really cool. I mean, I enjoyed the other ones. This one's awesome. It's got 3 different seasons. It's got 92, 93, 94 season. You can either play through all those seasons or you can play through individual ones. It has the lineups they had back then. There's a trade mode that you can do in the preseason. It's just for the preseason or whatever. It looks pretty good. It has a good look, it still has the classic Tecmo Bowl gameplay. You can rack up those stats if you want to. It has like league records. At the time, it was Dan Marino with most passing records, so you can try to beat them in a season and stuff. Like I said, I used the